So there's a principle in flow training called always calm and relax. Tense only what is needed in order to move. So in this video, I want to explain what that is, why is it important, and how does that help you create more inner peace in your body, more clarity and happiness in your mind. Okay, I'm gonna help you bridge the gap between that. When we tense up our body, that means the body is holding on. The body now has a response of fighting. It has a response of an emotional charge. That response of tightness in the body is the same response as anger. It's the same response as fear, okay? As worry, as stress. Our body tenses up in the same way. And so therefore, our body doesn't know the difference whether or not we are really in fear or whether or not we are just tensing up for the sake of tensing up because we want to look tight or just because we're used to it. Our body doesn't know the difference. All it knows is this is the response, tightness. And tightness is associated to fear, to anger. This is why when we get angry, you tense up in the body. This is why when we get afraid, we freeze. That freezing is not a relax. It's not being calm. That freezing is tension, tightness in different parts of the body. So when we are tightening up the body, we are triggering the body and telling the body there's danger happening, there's stress happening. Go ahead and be angry because something is happening. Our body doesn't know whether or not it's real or not. It just knows this is happening. But when we train to be relaxed, to be calm, and to tense only what is needed in the body, we're now signaling the body to let the body know, hey, everything is okay. Everything is peaceful. There's no danger out there. You don't need to fight. You don't need to run. You can chill out. You can be at ease. Everything is in harmony. There's no stress. Now, whether or not something is happening in front of you doesn't even matter. So that means if you're dealing with some confrontation, if you have some big problem, if there is a stressful situation going on, but you are calm and you're relaxed in your body, so your body is not influenced by the situation, no matter how bad whatever is happening in front of you, because your body is calm, your body's relaxed, your body thinks everything is fine. Now, when our body is feeling that way, the feeling in the body is now going to affect the thoughts in our mind. So now our mind will trigger thoughts of the same position, the same perspective. Calm, peaceful, everything is okay. Now let's go ahead and be creative. Let's go ahead and expand our mind. But if the feeling in the body is worry, stress, fear, anger, the thoughts will have the same perspective. What do I need to do to go ahead and fight, get back? What do I need to do and run, protect myself? What do I need to do to go ahead and plan for worst case scenario, and the what if and what if? You see? So this is the reason why we need to learn how to be calm in the body. We learn how to be able to relax. Now this is just one reason. There are infinite other reasons, like our health, like our circulation. When we're constantly tense in the body doesn't circulate well. When we're tense in the body, we create headaches, we create pains. So there's a lot of reasons, okay? So, coming back, when you're moving, one of the principles here in flow training is learning how to just relax, tense only what is needed. So if I'm moving, do I need to tense up my stomach? I don't. Because I can still stand up just fine and leave my stomach relaxed. So then I relax my stomach and I move around. Do I need to tense up my hands? Well, no, because there's nothing in them right now. So then I can relax my hands, right? I don't need to clench. Can I go ahead and relax my shoulders? Yeah, they're not needed. I'm not lifting anything. So one by one, we start to look for things to relax. But we don't just practice this while we're moving around in everyday life. We also practice this in training. So if I'm training and I'm doing squats, for example, then it's the same thing. I'm squatting and I'm going, okay, what do I need to tense up in order to do this squat? Okay, well, I need to tense up my thighs just enough, but not totally, because I'm just using my body weight, right? But now let's say I get under the rack, boom, and I lift it up and I've got 300 pounds on me. Now, what do I need to tense up? A lot of muscles. Okay, so then I tense up what is needed in order to do this movement. Whether or not this is a 300-pound squat, I tense up more muscles. If this is just a body weight squat, then I tense up less. If I am walking around, then I tense up less things. If I need to go ahead and help somebody and carry this big old tree, I have to tense up more. So you see, we only tense up what is needed during the situation. But we're not always in situations where we need to tense up our entire body. So therefore, our body doesn't have to always believe that it's in stress. Our body doesn't always believe that it needs to be fighting or flighting or being fearful of something. But if you don't know how to let go in your body, then your body is believing that all the time. Whether or not it's happening or not, your body's believing it. And because your body is believing it and feeling it, your mind will constantly think with that perspective. So many people is happening to where when you have a conversation, this could be you or this could be someone else, and they're always worried about something. Do you ever have that conversation? Have you ever noticed that? They're always worried about something. I'm worried about this, worried about this, worried about this. And then so-and-so told me this, and I'm worried about that. And I watched this, I'm worried about that. And there's so much worry. But the reason why they're so worried is because in their body, they haven't relaxed. So the body is worried. So the mind is always looking for something to worry about. And they will always find it. So when we learn how to relax, now we become healthier in our body. We let go of all of those worries and fears and fight and flight and all this stress. Our mind can see with a perspective of peace. It can see a perspective of what actually is happening, and not only look for the worries, only look for the fears, look for the dangers. We now can expand our mind and see things for what they are. Because when our body is tense and our body is feeling those fearful emotions, our mind only looks for those situations. So this is one of the principles. This is why I train in this way now. And this is how I'm teaching people how to train. And remember, this is not, you can't always stay just relaxed and be limp all the time. Because maybe you need to go ahead and tighten up because you got to lift something heavy. Maybe you got to run up this hill with a 50-pound backpack. And if you tense up, you'll fall over. Maybe you got to carry this person over your back. So this is why you tense only what is needed. And so if you need it, you tense up. But if you're always having to go ahead and tense up because you're carrying things constantly, day in, day out, well, your body is going through a lot of stress. But there are a lot of physical. What about the physical manual labor people out there? What about them? Well, even those people, let's just look at that scenario. They still need to learn how to relax. Tense only what is needed. And so we're talking about very, very extreme in a small population of people, for example. But even in an extreme situation like that, what would a person need to do? Well, they need to go ahead and get really extreme on relaxing their body. They need to stretch, right? They need to breathe, they need to meditate, they need to relax their body because they're putting so much stress in the body. Because that's their work, that's fine. But how many people out there are constantly working like that, lifting heavy things all the time? Some people are, but there's many people that are not. But those many people that are not are still tensing up their body. You see? So learn how to relax, learn how to let go. This is one of the training principles of flow training. Always calm and relax. Tense only what is needed to do the movement. All right, guys. To learn more, go to flow60.com. Join the program, You'll learn all the principles. You'll learn this entire training system and learn how to be able to reprogram your mind, your body, come into a place of peace and enter into a place of happiness in your mind.